Number 669. Flabébé, the single bloom Pokémon. It's not safe without the power of a flower, but it will keep traveling around until it finds one with the color and shape it wants. Picky.
I love it. First of all, great with the rhyming scheme.
I know. Someone was having fun with this. Just like with the name. We got those accents in the name. This is the only Pokemon with accents in its English name. So that's something.
It's the only one?
Yep. Just Flabébé.
Wow, okay. Just Flabébé, and it gets 2.
It gets 2, and it's not sharing. What are you thinking here, Ange?
Flabébé? More like Flababy. It's adorable. It's like a baby fairy or something. It's just like, it's really cute, I have to say.
It does strike me as strange that it's not part grass, given that most of it is a flower.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like with the fairy type thing, if you go into, like traditional, like actually about fairies, fairy tales, it's usually got a big connection to nature to begin with, right? So I feel like it's kind of like a given.
Totally. That's fair. Hey, I'm just noticing that its head and ear situation make it look like a seagull.
It does. It does look like Wingull if you just look at its head.
Yeah.
Not sure how to feel about that.
Wingull with a flower crown. So you're going to enjoy this. My word for this Pokemon is smallestest.
Smallestest?
Yes. So there are lots of Pokemon tied for smallest at 4 inches, 4 inches tall. But what sets Flabébé apart from the other smallest Pokemon is, well, 1, it is also technically the lightest Pokemon, but 2, I mean, it's 4 inches, but half of that height is just the flower, right?
True.
So it itself is probably only 2 inches. So I still think it's the smallestest Pokemon. I don't think you get any smaller than this.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Bet you didn't realize we were dealing with a celebrity.
I didn't. Wow, Flabébé. I'm just thinking about how it must do a bunch of different types of flowers. Like, obviously, when we see it animated in the games or, the anime or anything, it's only with the one generic flower, it seems like.
Not quite.
Not quite?
It's the same design of flower.
Yeah.
But it actually can have many different colors.
Yeah, but the shape's the same, right? So it seems like it's just different varieties of the same species of flower.
Yeah, that's true.
However, this Pokédex entry seems to say, it'll go with whatever species and it's just individual to that particular Flabébé.
Yes, although, could I raise a counterpoint? There's actually another Pokédex entry that implies that the flower has become part of the Pokémon.
Huh.
So maybe it doesn't matter what type of flower it gets, it eventually morphs into this flower. That's what I think.
Yeah, okay. I like that, actually.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a little bit terrifying if you think about it in terms of anything other than a flower, but...
Having said all that, I think its evolution, Floette, is the same Pokemon, but just 10% better, so I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, that's very similar to the line that I was thinking, that I like Flabébé, but I like its evolutions better. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
And that brings us to a total of 7 out of 10 for Flabébé.
Next!